Pepper some more CoNDOR this morning. Hope everyone's having a good morning. And here we are, jumping right into the action with rjri versus Szprychaaa. And we've got a pretty quick crate room here. Race is going to be picking up that crown of, not crown of thorns, boots of pain, excuse me. Which, very convenient, boots of pain, costing a heart and a half to pick up, but does enable that 3 damage move attack, which allows opening the rest of the crate room. It's going to allow a pretty easy cleanup of that crate room and allow our racers to get a little bit of a head start on their build. Hold on. Sorry. Trying to sync up the streams real quick. Every time I move the window, for some reason it resizes it. Professional stream, don't mind. Okay, there we go. Well, it's morning where I am, so... As far as I'm concerned, it's morning everywhere. Time zones don't exist. They're a social construct. Rise up against the influence, etc., etc. Anyway, we've got a pretty quick Coral Rift fight here with that dagger and Boots of Pain. We're going to be seeing rjri doing the same, and Szprychaaa picking up a Glass Cat. Ooh, Glass Cat with Boots of Pain. This is a pretty strong start. 4 damage move attack, Boots of Pain. Complements that range very well. Szprychaaa not even going to stop for the Lucky Charm pickup. Oh, rjri went purple chest and picked up Ring of Luck? That's really surprising to me. I guess, you know, hoping that the Boots of Pain would be good enough weapon, but, well, looks like it's going to work out for him here because Szprychaaa finding Heavy Glass moments after breaking their Glass Cat, that just feels like a slap in the face right there. And there's a pretty easy kill setup there with those fireball tomes. rjri actually gonna skip on it. I'm kind of surprised to see them not go for that heavy glass with the glass longsword here. They do find a blast helm. Szprychaaa missing this, taking a little bit more of a direct push approach, not heading over to the right and not going to find that blast helm. Using the fireball tome to snipe the mini-boss before leaving. And Szprychaaa is going to need a bail out of this black chest coming up here. Because that glass shard is not going to cut it in the long term. Flawless victory for both runners on Conga 2. rjri's build looking a lot better. And that's a Blood Harp. That's probably not exactly what Szprychaaa was looking for. Does give some health regen. Oh, well, there's the kind of build Szprychaa's looking for, just right there in that 3-1 shop. So, you know, disregard that whole thing, everything I was starting to say about the Blood Harp, because it doesn't matter anymore. Now suddenly Szprychaaa looks like they have the much better build. The problem here is that Szprychaaa has no defense and very low health, so Szprychaaa needs to play pretty precisely here to stay alive. Next to everything is going to one-shot him in this zone. Taking Shrine of Darkness for the mapping, and also going to take the Luminous Torch. That does give up the Ring of War, but with the Boots of Pain supplementing the damage, I suppose it's not really a necessary component to the build. Those Rapier Lunges are probably going to one-shot after— oh! rjri getting hit with the classic Great Goblin, breaking the Glass Longsword, and then himself. That is unfortunate. Oh, here, you know what? I don't think I've ever used this button before, but I think this is the replay button. Let me see if I can get a replay of that. I probably need to set it up properly. It's probably not just gonna work if I push it. But, yeah, looks like nothing's happening. But we are, unfortunately, gonna be looking at a full reset for rjri, but it is not, that is not the end of the world here yet. Because Szprychaaa is still in a pretty sketchy spot. Only 1.5 hearts. No actual defense stat to speak of. Does have the Crown of Thorns to start regenerating health, but yeah, Szprychaa's still gonna need to play it pretty accurately here. Oh, and 3 bombs for Szprychaaa are gonna help out with the end game. That's a free Necrodancer kill. Nice pulse through the wall to take out the sarcophagus early. And yeah, these rapier lunges are gonna be doing a ton of damage. 4 damage on lunge, plus 3 from the Boots of Pain. So, gonna one-shot pretty much everything short of Earth Dragons here. Ooh, the epic battle between Ogre and Wallpig there. Turns out Ogre wins. Just gonna use the reflective shield there to tank the spider off the wall. And we've got a pickaxe, which is going to make... Oh, okay. Electing to push through this Black Skeleton Closet. Oh, this is going to give a lot of progress on the Crown of Thorns regeneration, allowing Szprychaaa to further top up his health. And switching to a Strength Shovel and a Shield Scroll, going to allow for a pretty safe entry into this exit room. Or maybe just some safety later on against the Necrodancer fight, Deadringer fight. Plenty of options for that Shield Scroll, and it looks like Szprychaaa is going to elect to hold on to it for now. This is a safe walk up the center kill with this damage on a rapier for Szprychaaa. Going to be securing the Deep Blues kill and this heal spell. Alright, starting to look more and more over in Szprychaa's favor as things continue. Szprychaaa managing to just find boatloads of safety here. And pretty much to full health now, almost those full 6 hearts. That said, still lacking the defensive stat. So, one good smack still takes Szprychaa's health down quite a bit. I'm just gonna go for the trapdoor, getting a little messy there. And a little bit of a damage there, but nothing much. Heal spell's gonna already patch most of that up. Actually, breaking the glass again and trying to get back to the shard. He managed to get back to the shard. Nice run around. Yeah, glass weapons just not being our racer's friend today. Ugh, excuse me. I'm still kind of waking up a little bit, but yeah. Szprychaaa there, easy reflective shield kill on Deadringer. If you enter the fight with a reflective shield, you can just get him to run into the shield twice. And that will end the fight pretty quickly. This stream not sponsored by Mug Root Beer, by the way. Just want to make that abundantly clear. I'm not a spokesperson for Mug Root Beer. My words and actions do not reflect the company as a whole. Maybe Szprychaaa is a spokesperson for Mug, I don't know. You'll have to ask them. But anyway, that's GG for Szprychaaa. After a little bit of a rough, glassy start for both racers, Szprychaaa able to piece together pretty much the perfect build, and Just rapier lunge across the finish line there. Oh, I never made my, like, live announcements. Hold on. I'm gonna take care of that real quick. And we are off. We go. Okay. Retreat with a little bit more of a direct route to the exit room and finding our glass shop. What's it got? That's a glass dagger. Not the most exciting glass shop, but I think the immediate catapult up to an 8 damage build at this level of competition, it's definitely something you go for. And yeah, we are going to see... Oh, okay. Szprychaaa not going to go for the fight, actually. Just going to buy the glass shovel and move on. Rjri not going to fight the blood shop. Just going to buy the gold warhammer and move on. And meanwhile, Szprychaa's going to have a much faster run through this one too, thanks to this heart transplant that was in that blood shop. And looks like Szprychaaa gonna want to go shopping. We've got a lock shop up here with a base crossbow. Oh, you hate to see it. Yeah, Szprychaaa able to do quite a bit of exploration on that floor thanks to that heart transplant and catch up some of the lost time here. Wolfhurst is gonna pick up Blast Helm and the cheese out of this shop. Yeah, Szprychaaa did pick up the reflective shield that Rjri didn't get, as well as the wing boots. Got a glass shrine here. Honestly, this is a very tempting offer, especially if I'm. Yeah, honestly, I think if I'm in Rjri's shoes, I take that glass shrine before trying to fight this Shriner. A full glass hammer build is a pretty comfy build. And Szprychaaa gonna have the ability to use this this reflective shield and blood drum to their advantage for a much faster Shriner fight. And Szprychaaa taking the glass shrine, going for the full glass hammer build. But having passed on the glass shop earlier, does not have the glass armor, so this is a little bit risky. 8 damage hammer, but no safety beyond that reflective shield. Picks up a pulse spell, which can be handy. Yeah, Szprychaaa definitely like the hammer is one of the best weapons for just for glass safety. But in Zone 4, that can all go out the window as things get tricky with the Warlock teleports, the pixies, the gargoyles. It can get real messy. As things currently stand, though, I think it's pretty much, Szprychaa's pretty all in on this glass build, and unless some similarly very powerful weapon shows up for Rjri, Szprychaa's going to likely pull ahead very rapidly with this massive 8 damage hammer. But they are, of course, always at risk of the whole thing breaking. They at least have the potion now, so if they break all of their glass, they'll still be alive, but they'll be left with pretty much nothing. Just a pulse spell, a 1 damage shard, if they can get back to it, and a pile of bombs. Not a situation you'll want to be in. See if Szprychaaa can avoid getting put into that situation. As, like I said, they pull quite a bit ahead here, pushing into Zone 3. Glass Slippers being quite helpful here. Oh, but that was a heck of a boss chest for Szprychaaa to skip. The Zone 2 boss chest had the dash spell. The dash spell can be quite powerful in the time save department. Quartz Armor coming in for Szprychaaa. This will enable potential saving save opportunities in the event this glass all breaks. Because that's going to break to reduce incoming damage after the glass break and the potion quaff. It's going to reduce it all to 1 heart. So allow for some hits to be taken on the way to getting back to the shard. Oh, speaking of shards, rjri breaking their glass shovel, and now they have no shovel. They can't dig through these walls. This is pretty disastrous for rjri. This exit is right through this wall, but they have to spend bombs if they want to take the shortcut. And they are going to elect to do so. I think that's the right call. And Szprychaaa, yeah, taking this exit room a little cautiously. But they have the distance advantage right now to be able to do so. Dash spell to initiate Coral Rift Phase 2 for rjri as they approach Zone 4. And yeah, we're seeing some pretty careful, deliberate play from Szprychaaa. Which I think it's the way to go right now. Just make sure this glass doesn't break. I think as long as Szprychaaa keeps this glass alive, rjri's gonna have a really hard time catching back up. Well, that said, Szprychaaa is doing a little bit of shopping. That is a little bit of a window of opportunity for rjri to close the gap a bit. Yeah, this glass hammer just obliterating these exit rooms. And the needing a goblin sentries to dig for you, that's not something that's been a part of the game for I want to say like 6 years or something at this point, since the Amplified DLC. Yeah, they made it so that you can dig single tiles without a shovel in Zone 4, which honestly, in some cases, I think might even be a little bit of a buff. Good use of the dash spell to one-shot to push through that green dragon on rjri's side, but yeah, I don't think rjri's quite getting the mileage they need out of this dash spell to close the gap, and Szprychaaa already onto the Dead Ringer fight. With this Reflective Shield and this Blood Drum, should not have any problems taking him out. Just gonna use the Reflective Shield all the way down. And Szprychaaa is on to the Necrodancer fight. Looking at a pretty cozy sub-9 run time here. rjri's struggling a little bit here. Going for the dash kill. As Szprychaaa starts the Necrodancer fight. And yeah, Szprychaaa with the call to take the Glass Hammer build. And rjri opting not to. A little bit of a gamble on both players' sides, and Szprychaaa wins that gamble. Essentially, rjri betting that Szprychaa's gonna break the glass at some point, and that glass break never happened. Alright, here we go. Race 3 coming in here. Got a quick Shriner here. Looks like Szprychaaa gonna go for the fight here. Shrine of Uncertainty producing Obsidian Staff. Making for a quick fight. Picking up that glass armor and that Ring of War. Actually not going to do the fight, just gonna be taking the Obsidian Staff. Szprychaaa with an early build advantage. Both racers in pretty much the same position right now. Basic torch out of this red chest, gonna give our racers a little bit of vision. And here we go on to 1-2. Quick trapdoor here. After a bomb pickup, looks like Szprychaaa actually gonna look for the exit. No, okay, gonna back up. Boss Shrine here, gonna get passed up by both racers. I think that's a good decision. I don't think they're looking for damage ups in this position. Potential shop check here for Szprychaaa? No, gonna head away. Just keep on pushing. Szprychaaa looking very push heavy today. Not really taking much of an opportunity to go for very much farming in most of these runs. Ooh, but that is a heck of a shop that Szprychaaa skipped, and rjri's gonna go for the kill on it. Picking up Ring of Charisma, Leather Armor, and Titanium Cat. Titanium Cat would be pretty crazy with this +1 damage from the Ring of War. Hey, Zila, thank you for the raid. We are on game 3 of rjri versus Szprychaaa. It's been a good set so far. Szprychaaa with the currently holding the distance advantage, but I think I might like rjri's build a little better. Rocking that that defense from the Leather Armor and the Titanium Cat. We've got an urn for Szprychaaa. Gonna invest the bombs into it, and that's well, those are some items you can get out of urns, that's for sure. Picking up Bomb Spell and a Ham. Not gonna want anything to do with that Titanium Bow. Let's see a freeze spell for a quick death metal fight as Szprychaaa heads up for the red chest. Put some grenades in the backpack. And coming up on a trapdoor here on 3-1. Szprychaaa just looking to pull straight ahead. And there's some quartz armor. Just as I was about to say, Szprychaaa lacking a little bit in the defensive department. Quartz armor gonna help out quite a bit on that front. And gonna pass on a potential food shop. Honestly, Szprychaaa shoes, I think it's worth checking. You got that ham on deck. Getting lots of extra health would mean tons of blood freezes. But Szprychaaa just kind of in push mode here, wanting to put the pressure on rjri here to keep up with that Titanium Cat build. Quartz was not changed in Synchrony. It's still not amazing, but ooh, that is a potion. Szprychaaa gonna go ahead and grab that for a little bit of safety. Nice use of just waiting on the bomb there to get the green monkey off of With their head, that was an unfortunate setup with that bomb trap and that fire pig. And Richard kind of closing the gap a little bit. It's 3-4 to 4-2 right now. Oh, Szprychaaa just got... Whoa! And Szprychaaa getting backpacked. Meaning to eat the ham and just throwing a grenade at the wall instead. Oh, that is unfortunate. I too, you know, it's everyday problems, you know? You go to just eat your lunch, and when you go to open up, you mean to open up the fridge, instead you just, you know, detonate a high explosive device. You know, it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us. You know, don't try to deny it. Alright, coming up on the 4-3 exit room. And Szprychaaa gonna check this potential food shop, and it's not. Food shop was back in 3-3. Here we are. This is where that last grenade's gonna come in handy. Taking out Deep Blues quickly. With the old hand grenade gambit. I don't know why more chess grandmasters don't open with that. It seems pretty powerful. Szprychaaa heading for this trap door. Gonna be continuing to widen his lead. And there we go. On to 5-2. rjri finishing up 4-3 here, trying to close the gap, but it is really tough here. Szprychaaa pushing with such an advantage right now. Shield spell pickup for rjri. He's gonna pop that immediately to push into this exit room. Pretty efficient exit for rjri. Looking very nice. Swapping out the bomb spell for this dash spell at the last second. Dash spell potentially given some value, although Szprychaa's potion is gone at this point. Thanks to that grenade mishap. Gonna eat the chicken there. The top back up to full. As we approach the Deadringer fight. rjri on to 5-2. Closing the gap a bit. And Szprychaaa gets the flawless on Deadringer and heads on the Necromancer. I think this is too big of a gap for rjri to overcome. Needs some sort of disaster to befall Szprychaaa to have any chance. Oh, especially with rjri down to one bomb. Not going to be able to quick kill Necromancer. Not going to be able to skip to phase 2. Yeah, this is looking pretty decisively in favor of Szprychaaa. Despite the only one floor difference and the fact that they're both about to be on the Necromancer fight at the same time. rjri's got like an extra 30 seconds or so to contend with on this fight. And yeah, there's the pretty clean Necromancer fight. Szprychaaa with 3 consecutive sub-10 runs, I believe. Looking pretty strong. GG's to Szprychaaa. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of the schedule for today for CoNDOR, see if there's any other matches I would like to pick up. You know, I'm not sure that I've commentated any of Reichi's matches. Let's go ahead and grab that one.